Hey everybody, this is Freeman Sullivan. We're down here at the White House, here at the Peace Vigil. We'll be here for the next half an hour or so. I'm going to conserve batteries because I only have one today. So I'm going to have to, because of what happened last night with the police, U.S. Park Police came up and we had a tent here and they made us remove the tent. I don't know if you can see it here on the stream, but they made us remove the tent. So now we're left with a plastic tarp. And we're not allowed to have chairs, except for if you're disabled, like myself. Well, then we're allowed to have, then you can have a wheelchair. That's the only chair that they allow. Anyway, we're just going to go on here for the next few minutes, just talking about maybe what happened in politics today. It's a beautiful night here in Washington, about 60 degrees, slight breeze. Fortunately, we don't have to sit inside the tent, which was keeping us warm. The weather has been a real roller coaster here in D.C. But today was beautiful, and there's been plenty of tourists down here, as you can see, at the White House. Barry over here, he's talking. A lot of people walk up to here and they ask a lot of questions about what's going on, and we talk to them and we try to inform them the best we can. So that's what's happening here tonight. So the Syrian folks left earlier today. They were here, and they were reading the names of the over $100,000 dead. But they're no longer here. They left. So we're here all alone here at the Peace Vigil, the little demonstration down here at the White House, here on a Saturday night at around 8 p.m. I would imagine. I didn't check the time, and that's why we're here. At any rate, I am not going to continue with the live stream because there's not a whole lot I really want to talk about. I just wanted to get up and at them and just to show that we were here for another day here at the Peace Vigil. Just a little bit light on the subject. So we are here at the Peace Vigil. Here at Lafayette Square, right across the street from the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
I'm here at 10, but Frank Clark here might be. No, I mean the year. Oh, how long have I been? I've been helping out for a couple of years. And you just walk around and talk to people. Not waking people up. I gotta tell you, people coming from other countries now seem to be a lot more awakened.
Yeah, they seem to know more about what's going on.
Americans around.
Oh. Ooh.
Unfortunately, a lot of them think they are informed because they watch either Bill O'Reilly or Rachel Maddow or Anderson Cooper and think they're informed. They're not informed. They're getting fed a corporate agenda, a corporate BS line used to sell our foreign policy. Get people to vote against their very own interests by the spin and fodder that they use. Justin Bieber and Kim Kardashian and Lindsay Lohan and Duck Dynasty.
Actually, in America, you can't do that. Because, for example, I think about the same situation in Russia. You can't choose this. You have no choice to change something. Because it's like Tsar. It's like imperator. You can't, if we're talking about what you about the democracy. Yeah, if somebody tried to choose something, he gonna be die. Yeah, he can be go to the jail, or he just leave to another country. Yes. And
Happens a lot. I'm sure it does happen.
yeah, because for example, this situation can be near the Kremlin.
Right. I know I wouldn't be in Red Square with this. I'd be arrested in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's
But
about
this
five
is
minutes.
United States.
5 minute question. But if America can't do that, that's for
Well, we
another
can do
world.
it. For the time being, we still can do it. 80-year-old woman can't sit in a chair, but we can still be out here in front of the White House.
What's about young people? Many young people join us. Many? No?
Oh yeah, the young people are the best. I love it when school groups come over here because that's our true hope. I think Americans, the adults, are just too jaded or misinformed, or they've internalized. They're suffering from cognitive dissonance. I mean, I don't know if there's hope for waking them up, but the kids, yeah. When kids school groups come over here, they get engaged. They start asking questions and stuff. You can see the light bulbs go off on their heads. I mean, it's good, and I hope it's not too late for their future. But down the path we're going, not just this global perpetual war we're in and these global economic games being played by our leaders, but just the environmental destruction as well. I mean, in this country, fracking wells are growing up everywhere. Our nation looks like it is chicken pox. And statistically, I know 4 out of 3 people still understand statistics, but about 3% of fracking wells actually poison aquifers where they're at. Only 3%, right? Just tens of thousands of them. Mountaintop coal removal. We decapitated over 500 mountains in Appalachia for coal. Now you get people in coal country say, oh, it's about jobs, protect our jobs, protect our jobs. And God love them, people need jobs, I understand that. But mountaintop coal removal isn't about jobs. It only actually takes about 12% of the workforce as traditional mining. It's about making a lot of money for a few, once again. And who cares if you poison the water of 300,000 West Virginians? Tar sands, pipeline, we got wells going all over our country like spider webs. People will argue that, oh, we need this KXL pipeline. It's about American jobs and reducing our dependency on foreign oil. Someone's got to explain to me how taking the dirtiest form of oil on the planet, shipping it all the way across the country to Texas, putting it on a tanker and sending it to China reduces our dependency on foreign oil, because I don't quite get that. As far as jobs goes, great, a few thousand jobs to build the pipeline, then a few hundred people to maintain it afterwards. It's not really a lot of jobs when you're talking about over 300 million people. Again, it's about making money for TransCanada and Koch Industries, and at the expense of the many. BP destroys the Gulf of Mexico. We're still reeling from that. People all along the Gulf Coast are still feeling the effects, but Tony Hayward, former CEO of BP, is enjoying retirement on his yacht. Again, no criminal penalty or whatever. BP pays a fine, their stock goes up 2%, and they just keep on going. Fukushima continues to leak 300 tons of radioactive water into the Pacific each and every day. Right now, they're in the process of removing those damaged fuel rods manually because the building's damaged. One mistake could have global implications.
Where did you get information?
Yeah, all over. Again, I turn off my television. I'll still watch TV too, but you
I can put on a live stream.
You go on the internet. You just go on some. There's different. This is the information age. The information's out there. We have the internet. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit on the internet too.
This is 18% of bullshit.
Exactly.
Especially what they show in television.
But you can find the truth though. I like sites like stormcloudsgathering.org, popularresistance.org. I mean, you have to find the truth, but it is out there if you look hard enough. But it's certainly not going to come from Anderson Cooper or Bill O'Reilly or Rachel Maddow or anybody from this building or anybody from that building down the street in Congress. They're not there to tell us the truth. They're there to keep us believing a comfortable lie while they continue to plunder our country and destroy what's left of our republic.
Like American dream.
The American dream has become a nightmare.
That's wise words from Barry Knight. You're on the live stream. Glad you joined us. Please retweet out at Freeman Sullivan. We're down here at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue here in Washington, D.C.
1601 Pennsylvania Avenue.
At the Peace Vigil. It's been here since 1981. And continuing night after night, day after day. We had some problems with the U.S. Park Police yesterday. I don't know if you saw yesterday's last live stream, where they took us and told us that we had to remove our tent and take the chairs. You're not allowed to have a seat here anymore. except for if you have a wheelchair. I don't know if you guys can see it on the live stream.
But don't you feel safer, folks? The park police came in, did their job. After 32 years of Connie sitting here in a chair directly across from the White House, park police finally read the policies and, oh, looky here. No chairs allowed in the park. What about that old lady been sitting in front of the White House? She's sitting in her chair. Let's go get it. Great. Now we can all rest safely tonight knowing that 80-year-old woman won't be able to sit in chairs in front of the White House anymore. Don't you feel safe? America.
And actually, I never heard about this one when I was in Russia. So, what about if you stay here, how many? 35?
32 years. It's
32
going on
years.
33.
33 years. Some news I should know about it. Somebody should say the people will stay here 32 years. And I think on a whole, another world company.
A lot of countries you wouldn't be able to do it. People will come over and say, "Oh, you're brave for staying out." No, I'm not going to get shot sitting here. At least not yet. Brave to me is that picture of the guy in Tiananmen Square in front of the tank.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That's brave, and he's dead now.
No, he's still alive.
What?
They got him out of the country.
He did.
Yeah, they grabbed him right after he did it and took him off the street and got him right out of the
I
country.
had heard he died.
No, he's
That's
still
one of my
alive.
favorite photographs ever.
He's still
One of
alive.
my, I don't want to say my favorite war photographs, but most impactful photographs ever taken of a war, which you guys probably remember this image. Remember the picture of the Vietnamese girl running naked down the road, burning in napalm? Yeah, it's very famous photo. I think it won the Pulitzer Prize, but you're not going to see photos like that depicting war anymore with our corporate media. What you're going to see is video game-like footage of our armaments and distance of this drone bomb hitting somewhere, and it looks like a video game. People don't see the realities of war. People don't know what happens to a baby's body when it's burning from white phosphorus. People don't see the kids born with cyclops eyes and missing brains in Iraq because of depleted uranium.
Same situation about World War
Censorship, but it's gotten worse. Yeah, World War II, you didn't have, well, you got some footage over there, but Vietnam was good, not good at all, but it was good in the respect that it was at least the media covered that war to some extent, and was probably part of the reasons why the war ended. Photographs like that girl, I mean, the impact that has gets people motivated to stop these wars, rather than showing this video game type footage that actually sells these wars.
Yeah, from a drone strike,
playing
right?
Video games. They grow up playing World of Warcraft, and they can't wait to join the military until they find out it's not a game.
That's right. So for those of you who are watching tonight, we're going to be doing a short live stream because I have to save battery power. We always have to be aware of the police here now, and so that's so we're going to limit our live stream to half an hour. See you later, guys.
I'll work on Obama.
And we'll just talk a few more minutes about what's going on. If anybody's on chat and wants to talk about anything, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. If you want me to walk over to the White House, yeah, you have to take the brake off on that. It's all good. That's the only chair that's allowed down here, right? You know. Oh, it's mine. Yeah. I've been breaking the rules for a long time, folks, and don't expect me to stop now. Right? I'll be damned if the park police are going to tell me I can't have my chair, right? But anyways, it's all in serious fun. Oh, they had a white supremacist rally down here at the mall on the other side of the White House here tonight, and I guess they must have had about 1,000 or 2,000 people. And for Washington D.C., that's pretty much a minor blip on the screen. So let's hopefully. I was thinking about live streaming it, but I decided against it because I don't want to give these idiots the attention that they crave, and that I wanted to stay away from all that white supremacy crap, because definitely don't support it here on this live stream. And just to let you know that. The next demonstration that I plan to do, and I really don't like to give too much plans here because I like to stay open and free, but on Tuesday morning at 7:30 a.m. we will be covering a data transparency conference at 1776, which is this tech incubator place, and I'll be doing that for DTC, Data Transparency Commission, and we'll be a panel discussion involving talk about how we have can gain more access to the U.S. government and federal government's information. Because all these sunshine laws don't seem to be working, so that's kind of what we're doing. And then on Wednesday, I will be at McPherson Square, which is just on the other side of this sign, and there'll be a demonstration there against the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, which will be meeting here, and the World Bank, which are the loan sharks to the world. So we'll be covering that. That'll start at approximately 11 o'clock on Wednesday. The only thing I'm limited by right now is I have this new phone, and I need to buy some batteries for it. And I haven't been able to reinstall a new operating system in my old phone because I no longer use that for making calls. So if anybody has any suggestions about that or has a link that they could send me on how to reinstall Android in my phone, I would be most appreciative. Right now I'm live streaming with an LG Optimus L9 from Metro PCS. If you're looking for an inexpensive camera and an inexpensive cell phone plan, I would definitely go with them if you're in the United States. They recently were taken over by T-Mobile, which is a crappy company, but I never had a problem with Metro. So yeah, we're just going to keep it short tonight and sweet. Thanks for everybody that's watching. I'll just keep a picture up here of the White House up here for a few more minutes, and then I'll let you go because I need to save the juice for later on. Now, I did bring my laptop down, and since they made us take away our table, I don't have any place to sit my laptop. Good. Oh, brother. Anyway, we're happy to be down here another day in Washington, D.C. at the White House. As you can see, maybe across the street. This lens is not sensitive enough, but there are plenty of people milling about, having their picture taken, come down to the White House, do the tourist thing, right, see where Obama lives, right, if he's even there tonight. I don't think he's even in town tonight, but we'll see. We've been down here we've been in D.C. for about a week now, enjoying time I've spent here. I've been able to connect with some real activists and people that are committed, like Barry, the gentleman who's just speaking, and various other activists that come through the Peace House. So if you're in Washington, come by here, 1601 Pennsylvania Avenue, or come down to the Peace House, which is at 1233 12th Street, here in Northwest in Washington, D.C. So do come by. So let's check out the chat and see what everybody's talking about. Yeah, factory reset, or you can root it and flash it in a custom ROM too. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just my operating system, now that I didn't pay my bill to Metro, they corrupted it because you got to pay, I guess, or whatever. So now I need to reroute it the phone, and I was trying today, but I can't access even the Android operating system. Yeah, maybe a factory reset. Yeah, I'm gonna check into it a little bit more because I do need to have my other phone because I don't have extra batteries. So that's pretty much what's going on there. Yeah, thanks for putting us up and transmitting us. You can retweet at Freeman Sullivan. The URL is ustre.am/N, little h, little u, capital D. So yeah, we're just sitting here at the Peace Vigil and talking to people, various and sundry people that come by about peace and about freedom and justice. How are you doing tonight?
Good.
Not too bad, not too bad. Beautiful out here for a change. Last night it was really cold. Last night the police came and made us take away our chair and our tent as if they don't have anything better to do. It was Sergeant Innes who gave the order, but I know he's just a puppet of the real guy over there in the White House. So, and that's what that was all about. Just trying to push their weight and show us who's boss or whatever, but we're still going to continue to stay here. We're not leaving anytime soon. And if anything, this has made me more determined to stay down here because you know what a hardhead I really am.
I hate to think this is just a ploy to get us talking about, the park police, look what they did to Connie, which I will certainly talk about because it was ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
You know,
definitely.
it's beyond words. Taking that chair away from an 80-year-old woman that's been sitting across the White House for 32 years. How does taking a chair away from an 80-year-old woman that's been sitting in that chair for over 3 decades
And what
protect
purpose does that
conservative
serve?
public? I don't get it.
Well, it's for aesthetic reasons. Next thing you know,
Yeah,
they'll,
this looks much better than that.
yeah. Next thing you know, they'll be telling us that we can't sit here because we're not aesthetically pleasing, right? So
I don't confuse legality with morality.
maybe I should just take a giant shit on the White House lawn. That's how I feel about American policy. Anyway, one of the chat Rye said he says no, I don't feel safer, Barry. Right? Okay, forum dot. Yeah, I was at XTA and look up. Okay, all right. Well, I'll check that out tonight when I get back there, Rise. Definitely want to get my other phone running because I can run that off of Wi-Fi. We're just going to be up for a few more minutes. I do have to conserve battery power tonight because of our little incident we had last night with the U.S. Park Police. All of a sudden, boom! I was just getting ready to leave. It was our ship change down here, and Tyler showed up, one of our people at the Peace House, and all of a sudden they come at us with like 5 cop cars and a pickup truck, and informed us that if we didn't move the tent and the chair, that they were going to take it away, and we only had like 15 minutes to do this. So hurriedly we took the tent down and the chairs, and I wheeled them home in my wheelchair. So that's what we ended up doing last night. I'd like to give a shout out to the Occupy News Network, also to Occupy Toronto, livestream.com/Occupy Toronto, D. Shanger, who does his show on Sunday nights. Do check in with D. His show starts at 7 p.m., I believe. It's livestream.com/Occupy Toronto. So shout out there to D. And we'll be here for a few more minutes.
As long as they can keep us believing those lies, they can keep on going, making their billions at the expense of millions of lives. Right now, it's a very dicey situation in Ukraine. What you're not going to be told on television is a third of the protesters in Ukraine were neo-Nazi fascists. I'm not using that term to shock guys in this country. Literally, neo-Nazi fascists, people that have pledged their admiration for the help. And they hold various positions of power in the new Ukrainian government, including the deputy prime minister. The people were about to give $1 billion to. Meanwhile, the people of Crimea, part of Ukraine, over 60% of them identify as Russians and speak Russian, they still fly Russian flags, and they're going to vote on their future.
Yeah, it was nice that the tour guide was talking about our Peace Vigil.
We've already said
Here since 1981.
Vote is,
Second longest occupation in the world after there's one in Australia, which I didn't look up today on the internet. At any rate,
but we won't support people voting on their future in sovereignty. Hypocrisy. It's about protecting the American petrodollar, the reserve currency of the world, is what it is. It has nothing to do with our altruism and us standing up for the rights of the poor people of Ukraine. It's our own money.
anyway, it's quiet down here at the White House, just a few tourists walking their dogs. Physically, we'll be here until 10 p.m. Live stream will just be up for a couple more minutes now, just to give you a little flavor of what's going on down here. We see one of our park police buddies.
I feel we're going to wind up on the wrong side.
Obviously not interested. He's the guy on the bicycle.
Real history, not what we're talking about. Like we're talking these bombs, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, although tragic, were necessary to end a war and save American lives. It's not the whole thing. The Russians were already advancing on Japan from the north. Japan had given their
Thank you, Troopers. At a bar in Hayward. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Toronto stream is starting any minute. Yep, solidarity from San Francisco. I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, it didn't even die.
Cool.
The war that was already open. Vietnam, the Gulf of Tonkin incident.
Yeah, I do recommend checking out D. And as soon as if he goes on, I'm going to go off here because I'd rather have go to his stream and check out his work because he's got a nice guest on there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the stream go down now because I have to conserve battery power in case we do get arrested. I want to make sure I have a live stream going. Anyway, much love and much peace to everybody out there. Thank you for watching. And we will be broadcasting again tomorrow. So do check us out. Thank you very much. Appreciate all your love and support. Take care. Have a good evening.